Honourable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Minister for Health and Childcare, Retired General Dr. Chiwenga. Mrs. Mehla National AIDS Council Board Chairperson. Dr. Madzima, National AIDS Council Chief Executive Officer. Excellency Brian Nichols, U.S. Ambassador to Zimbabwe, UNAIDS Country Director and UN colleagues, and to all people in Zimbabwe living with HIV/AIDS. The UN country team in Zimbabwe joins me with all people all over the world to mark the World AIDS Day. We stand in solidarity with all those women, men and children living with HIV/AIDS in Zimbabwe and the world over, and remember all those who have lost their lives to the AIDS. This year's World AIDS Day theme, Global Solidarity, Shared Responsibility, is a call to work together to strengthen health services and systems and ensure universal access to prevention treatment and care services. It is also a reminder that we as individuals and communities have a key role to play in the AIDS response. Today, we acknowledge the important progress Zimbabwe has made towards the 90 fast-track targets. 90% of people living with HIV in Zimbabwe have now been tested and know their status. Of these, 94% are on treatment, while 86% of those on treatment have their viral load suppressed to undetectable levels. The UN in Zimbabwe continues to support substantially the HIV/AIDS response, working with people living with HIV/AIDS, the governments, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders. The joint United Nations team on AIDS in Zimbabwe, made up by UNAIDS co-sponsors ILO, UNDP, UNESCO, UNFPA, UNICEF, WFP, WHO, and the World Bank, provides high-level policy, strategic and technical support to help Zimbabwe end AIDS as a public health threat by 2030. The Global Fund, through its principal recipient UNDP, delivers annually US $150 million worth of free antiretroviral treatments, accounting for 63% of those on treatment in Zimbabwe. As we speak, the Global Fund is finalizing a 3-year grant to Zimbabwe for over $400 million. Stigma remains a major concern, and the UN Joint Team works with associations of people living with HIV, faith and traditional leaders to continue the work against stigmatization. While we are encouraged by this progress, we know that much hard work lies ahead. Progress remains uneven. Adolescent girls and young women are among the most affected groups in Zimbabwe. 1 in 6 women and girls between the age of 15 and 49 is living with HIV, as opposed to 1 in 9 of men of the same age. The mother-to-child transmission of HIV has shown an increase from 6.7% in 2017 to 8.2% in 2019. This year, the impact of HIV has been amplified by COVID-19. Many of the hard-won gains we have made against HIV and co-infections such as TB are under threat. COVID-19 has also widened existing inequalities and has affected those left furthest behind the hardest. There are some valuable lessons from the AIDS response that can help us overcome COVID-19. First and most importantly, our response to COVID-19 must be grounded in human rights and gender equality and informed by the best available evidence. Second, we must prioritize those who are at greatest risk to the epidemic. Third, equitable access to the latest treatments, vaccines, and diagnostics is critical. One of the contributions the UN team has been able to make in responding to COVID-19 in Zimbabwe has been the leveraging of HIV-related systems and assets on the ground to help prevent and diagnose COVID-19. This includes retooling laboratory facilities and reorienting community health workers and volunteers to support efforts to prevent and control COVID-19. On this World AIDS Day, as the UN team, I would like to reiterate our continued commitment to work hand in hand with the government, with communities of people living with HIV/AIDS, with civil society and all other partners. Through global solidarity and shared responsibility, we will prevail in our efforts to end AIDS by 2030 and to beat COVID-19. Thank you very much.